Hi, I'm Sarah Stokes, the founder of The Juicy Good Life and your business breakthrough coach. And one of the biggest honors of the work I get to do is hearing the impact it has on the clients I work with. And so what you're about to hear is really a compilation of some of their business breakthroughs. And it is the honor of a lifetime to be a part of how they are changing the world. And I hope if you are drawn to this for any reason that you continue to listen to that soul tug, and I would be honored to be your business breakthrough coach as well. Take a listen.
I decided to go all in because I knew that's what I needed to kind of break through the limiting beliefs that I had about how I could scale. I had reached a lot of my goals that I had set in the beginning and really had checked those off. And I was at a crossroads of like, well, what is that next step? What does this look like? How can I have more impact? And it just was clear it had to be all in.
It was just off the charts, remarkable. I value it beyond anything I think I've ever done. And it changed who I am. Makes me cry. It made me courageous enough to step out of my longtime role at Trinity, which I value, I treasure, but there's more for me. And that's where I'm at in my life, and I'm so very thankful for that because I don't think I would have had the courage to do it without being part of Sarah's team and her group and her love and kindness and compassion and leadership through the Juicy Good Life. I would do it over and over and over again. It's the best. And if anyone is thinking about growing and stretching and learning and being willing to go beyond what your bounds are right now, oh, mama, seek it out, get with Sarah, because that's the best thing you could do.
It is a major investment. And I think in many ways that was really positive for me in the sense that I got to a place where I was like, this is what I'm called to do. And if this is what the investment is, Sarah is an amazing coach. Sarah is all in herself, and I wouldn't want to have a coach coaching me to go all in who wasn't all in themselves. And Sarah really lives it. She embodies it, and she makes sure that we understand that she is walking with us on this journey and that she is here to support me no matter what I need from her. She's here to hold me accountable to the things that I want to accomplish for me. And that is huge. And she does it in a very loving and supportive way. But also that accountability has been really impactful for me and for my business. And my practice is growing leaps and bounds because I'm in the place that I need to be. And when I'm in the place that I need to be, that radiates out to my family, to my clients, and to the community. I'll figure out how to do it because that's what I need to do. That's what I get to do. And I am worth it.
So the thing about Sarah is that she is one of the few people that I have been lucky enough to encounter who understands business and spirit together. If you don't have a connection with your spirit and the understanding of all that is with spirit, quantum physics, and all of the cool stuff that really makes the universe work, that if you don't have that, then business is just superficial.
Well, Sarah as a coach is so intuitive. She looks at you and she watches you and she's like, oh, what happened? That energy just shifted. What are you thinking? And it's like, can you read my mind? Is there something, isn't there a movie where they can read your mind? So that is really cool to be able to have that and to have somebody call you out on it, but in a loving way, and then be able to work through it. I mean, how many times am I crying with Sarah or she's crying before I'm even crying because, it's that kind of relationship that I don't know if you can get that anywhere else. And I am so grateful that I was scared. to make that investment. But from that first week, it was like, boom, this was the right thing to do. You're worth it. I was worth it. And I saw the payback almost immediate. And then knowing that I got that support for a year, look out, world. Like, you thought, like, you know, where I was and what I was doing was big. You ain't seen nothing yet.
You know, I really think that in order for somebody to be ready and willing to jump into this program, they've got to be prepared to have some really deep life coaching, because that really is where you get to the source of all of the things that are going to be the instigators to make the growth happen. And, you know, there may be some times that are a little difficult too, because you have to figure out what your barriers are and what your boundaries are and your limitations are. Maybe challenge some of the beliefs that you have too. But it's definitely always going to lead to a breakthrough that is going to lead to more happiness, more success, more of what you really, really want and need. There's so many things that happen in our lives where we're standing on the edge of a cliff and we just are so scared to take that plunge. And once you've done that a couple of times and you can see and feel what happens when you take that plunge, you begin to soar. And that is how I would explain, you know, maybe how I felt too at the beginning, where I was trying to justify, you know, do I really need this coaching group? You know, can I justify, you know, the return on investment and all of that? And all I can really say is that it was the perfect example of take the plunge and you have no idea, you can't even imagine the good things that are going to come.
I'm not one to ask for help. I'm not one to reach out to other people and say, oh, I'm celebrating something, or even to say, hey, I need. And to know that I have someone, that's really been I'm so grateful for that. And it's helping me to share that with other people as well. So yes, if I'm having a moment and I need to send a voice clip to just say, hey, it's a struggle, or more often than not, like, you know, one of the first people to celebrate with as well. So that's been priceless.
You are worth it. You won't regret it. And do what you need to do to make it happen for yourself.
And from just those early on sessions when we were able to connect, it made a life-changing transformation. And it was some simple things, and some simple things that I needed to shed, of guilt that I felt from past relationships and past, you know, things, to my relationship with my business and how to treat it and how to make time. But those little things were like a light bulb to turn around that joy and that being there for my family, being there for my business when I was there for my business. And I would make the investment again, even if it was double of what it was. I know that the payback is going to be so much more. I would not hesitate for a second to recommend this.
I would say this is your chance to take your life by both hands and say, this is for me. This is for me. And it's for you, for your career, for your personal life, for your children, for your grandchildren. You have an opportunity to be all that you can be and then some. But if you don't take advantage of it, you're going to miss out and you're going to wish you did. You know what? You'll always find a way to make this work. And it's an investment that you will never, ever regret. This is a life-changing thing. And if you don't do it, you're going to stay in the same place you are. And that might be an okay thing, but there's so much more. There's so much more out there. And trust me, the investment in yourself, I don't care how much it is. It could be 10 times what it was.
Every time I hear someone give that kind of feedback, it is truly humbling. And yes, I cry a lot because I'm a heart-centered person. And hearing women share their heart on how they have up-leveled, how they've dedicated time to themselves, invested in themselves, and then showed up even when courage is calling, even when it's scary, even when it feels new and different. It's all something that helps to have a community around you, a coach around you. And so if these have impacted your heart, I would love for you to take the next step with the Juicy Good Life. We have a lot of ways that we can come alongside you and support you. And of course, I would be honored as well. And it is my true goal to get you to that world-changing moment of your own. I know you're here for a specific reason. You have people who are waiting for you, and I hope you are one of my testimonials someday too.